Today's video is brought to you by Oxedo LED lighting. You might think that you can see just fine at night. Well, I did too, until I did this little upgrade. As you can see from this footage, here is some before Oxedo LED lighting, and here is some after Oxedo LED lighting. The difference is amazing. With high brightness and easy installation, Oxedo LED lighting is definitely the route for you. They're easy to install and they're available for all makes and models. Click on the link in the description below and enter promo code 612motorsports at checkout to get yourself 15% off. Now back to our video. Hello and welcome back to another episode of 612 Motorsports. In today's episode we're working on the 07 Colorado and we're doing cosmetic stuff today. It's just stuff that, well, it kind of gets under my skin. I have a little bit of the OCD, touched as you might say, and some things just bother me more than others. This is all cosmetic, nothing real important. This is my winter beater, so I mean it's not perfect. As you know, the rockers are rusted out of this thing, and maybe we'll replace those, maybe we won't. But what we're gonna do is pretty paint. We're gonna pop this grill out and we are gonna paint the center section here, upper and lower. But before we get too far into today's video, you guys know the routine. Please go ahead, hit that subscription button, the notification bell, leave a comment, a thumbs up. All of that stuff is super helpful and it's very greatly appreciated. All right, so let's get into this. I'm gonna pop the hood. We're gonna tear that grill out quick. Now that we have the grill off, we're going to start taping off all the areas that we don't want to paint. start with a little prep. We're gonna use a little general purpose adhesive cleaner. It's basically like an isopropyl alcohol or something of that nature will work just fine. We just want to get off any grease, any bugs, any kind of like Armor All or any of that kind of stuff that is going to make the paint not going to want to stick to it. So we're going to wipe down all of the big surfaces here. See how dirty that was, so it's good not to paint over that. Now obviously I can't get in all of these, but just kind of give her a wipe. Some of it's better than none of it. And remember, this is only a winter beater. This is not a show vehicle. This isn't anything that I'm super concerned about. So you don't have to roast me in the comments about not doing a perfect job, because, well, I'm not trying to do a perfect job. I just want it to kind of look all right for a while. And if we have to touch things up later, so be it. So what we're using today is a Rust-Oleum wheel paint. This happens to be metallic graphite, has a little bit of sparkle to it. Now, I like to use the wheel stuff, not only for wheels, but also for grills and whatnot, because it is a little bit more durable and can take some extra, impact from bugs and whatnot, bad weather, car washes, stuff of that nature. We will be putting a clear coat over this, but just not today. We have to wait at least 7 days for this to fully cure on this paint here before we can add clear. Otherwise, it's not gonna stick or turn out well, and we're gonna have to redo the whole thing. So we're gonna get started with this. So while this is drying, looked pretty good. Not too mad at how it's turning out for what it is. It's just got a nice sparkle to it. You'll really be able to see the difference here when we get all the tape off. Well, here it is, all finished out. We got the tape off. Everything looks really nice, turned out pretty good. I can't complain. You see the top here, everything is looking nice. So we're gonna go ahead and slap this bad girl on there. Well, boys, I think that looks really nice. Cleaned up the front good. We are going to get some new lighting up here. These housings are pretty trashed and they're not the best shape, so we're gonna go ahead and switch those out. You know, my boys at Oxido are gonna hook me up with some lights, so we're gonna do that, especially these rear ones here, because they are horrible. They're like, the layers are separating and they look like crap. So we're gonna get some new ones of these here in the near future, but as you guys can see, she's looking pretty good. Not a huge difference there in the front. Subtle, right? You guys, if you've been with me long enough, you know that subtlety is my thing. That looks really good and I'm happy with that, so bravo. That's going to wrap things up for us here today. I hope you have enjoyed. If so, please go ahead and hit that subscription button, notification bell, leave a comment, thumbs up, all that stuff. It's super, super helpful, and believe me, it is very greatly appreciated. As always, stay positive, work hard, and make it happen.